So Marky telling me everything that went down that I missed. He like, Roosevelt went to his car. He was like, who did this to my car? He was walking around looking at his friends like, look what they did to my car. And Marky say, I took my time because I wanted to see his reaction. So you wanted to see your opponent squeal. That's what you wanted to do. Like, he wanted to see the aftermath. He like, man, everybody was crowding around his car. He like, even your girl. I'm like, she not my girl, right? Cause now, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, so you over there huddling up behind. Okay. I feel you. So I did. I took it personal when Marky said it, but I still stayed focused and was just listening to what Marky was saying. So Marky like, yo, he was so mad. I say, man, but the only thing that's messed up, he like, what's that? I'm like, he think it's me. He like, but he don't know if it's really you. I'm like, but he think it's me. He like, okay. He like, if Roosevelt tries something, he like, we'll beat him up. I'm like, and risk getting in trouble with mom. I'm like, come on. He like, okay. So we end up letting him beat us up, and then he gets in trouble when we beat the whole talking skew. I'm like, I see something about me. I take a good punishment. I take a punishment. But the B going to skew and the jocks, the cheerleaders, and everybody looking like, dang, you let this person beat you up. You know what I'm saying? That's a different level. That's a different level for me. So Marky, he had me on that. I'm like, yeah, but is you gonna say that I asked for your help? He like, nah. He like, first off, it's all his people's 19. You know they gonna jump because they scared. I'm like, yeah, that's true. And he like, plus, use some of your. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use it on you. He like, but you promise you ain't rat me out. I'm like, bro, no, I did not rat you out. If I rat you out, you wouldn't have your fan, right? He like, yeah, that's true. He like, mom just snapped out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, Charles Zetta the one popped it off. You know what I'm saying? So we steady, just getting everything together. And I'm just like, Charles Zetta popped it off because mom was really coming up there to make sure I was good on my grades because I dropped the baking class. He like, bro, you always pick the most uncoolest girls. I'm like, no, he be like, what you be seeing in them? What you just be looking at their body? I'm like, Josetta fine. He like, yeah, she fine, but she ain't got no brains. I'm like, she very smart. Stop. He like, yeah. I'm like, what about your chick? He like, what about her? She a ride or die. She always got my back. I'm like, yeah, she a ride or die. You right. You won this argument. He like, I ain't trying to win. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, even though she mad at me, she still be right here. Your chicks get mad at you. They stop talking to you and they start like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's true. Like, anytime something had happened, it's because they are talking to somebody else or they like me and they mad about something that I did, or it's just they never know how to just stay still and rock with me, like just all the way through. So he kind of hit it on the nail. He hit it on the nail, but I ain't take it personal. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. He like, bro, I'm like, look, if you ask me about ratting on you again, I'm gonna go rat on you. He like, yeah. I'm like, and it stinks down here. And so I goes upstairs, boom, I'm in my room, right? So I'm checking through my phone. So Danielle popped in my head. I mean, she just randomly popped in my head, right? I had completely forgot. Out of all the stuff that was going on, I completely forgot about her. So I'm like, man, I want to call her. I had her number written down. I'm like, I want to call her. So when I dig in my pocket, because she written her number down when she gave it to me, it was balled up, right? Almost ripped up. I'm like, should I call her? And I'm like, but she did say she want to talk to me. So I'm thinking like, but what could she want to talk to me about? I'm like, she said she missed me in class. Like, but I ain't even really been going. So, it's a lot of things going on in my head. I'm talking to myself. I'm straight up, I'm having a convo with me. You feel me? So I'm like, man, I ain't really even been in the class that long, but like one time. You know what I'm saying? So I end up like, F it. I'm going to call her because she ain't have my number. So I'm like, bump it. I'm going to call her. So boom, I call her. I get to that last digit, right? That last digit. I'm like, oh my God. Because when you hit this digit and you hit that call, it's going to be different, right? It's another door opening. So I'm like, oh man, I don't know, I shouldn't call her. Like, in my heart was like, don't call her. But my brain was like, call her. But only thing that was stopping me was like, man, I know I'm dealing with Charzetta, and I don't know if this gonna come off as cheating. But I'm like, shoot, she got other people in her face. She ain't talking to me for real. Like, so, like, I'm gonna, something about me. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the miracle route. I'm gonna go ahead and, find somebody else. So I'm like, you know what? Why should I care? Right? She got all these people, her ex, all these people in her face, right? All these people in her face. Yes, she claimed to like me. Yes, she made me feel like she liked me. And yes, I really do like her. But I'm heated. So I went on ahead. I pumped myself up, right? I'm talking to myself in my head, putting all these other thoughts in, right? As what we will call it, negative thoughts. So I was putting these negative thoughts in my head, and I'm just like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go on here, I'm gonna call her, like, so she think like, oh, cause all these dudes do X you, you know what I'm saying? Can he talk to you? Y'all sitting together cooking, like, I'm still heated. I was still in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, I was still in my feelings. So boom, I end up hitting that last digit, hitting call, it's ringing. So I'm like, oh my God. Boom, I get the voicemail in the middle of the rings, right? So it's just like, it rang the first time, cool. Rang the second time, cool. But when it got to the third one, it was like, you know how you could tell that you've been sent to the voicemail? Oh my God. So now I'm embarrassed. So I hear her voicemail like, yeah, you know what to do. So I'm like, me, I never been a type to leave voicemail. Still is this day and in this season, I never been a type to, like, leave voicemails. It have to be a super emergency, like life or death, or maybe you being abducted or something, for me to leave a voicemail on anyone, like, because I just don't do that, like, because what's the point? Like, you gonna see the missed call, like, whatever. So I'm like, man, she didn't even pick up. So I did. I felt salty. So I'm sitting out towards my fam, and so I'm like, man, like, what I'm gonna do, right? I'm steady thinking about Roosevelt. Roosevelt is on my heart, heavy. He won't get over my mind. I just keep thinking about it. So boom, I get a text message. I snatch the phone and I look. Who is this? It's Danielle. So she texts me and said, who is this? She didn't pick up my call, but she texted and said, who is this? So I was like, pick up and find out. Now, me, I'm not a fan person. I'm not a type of person, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like really, like, I can talk to you a little bit. We probably can get a couple of snoozes. If I'm really into you, I can be on the phone with you all day. But it's very rare if I get that. So I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, I'm going to call her back, right? So I'm like, I'm going to call her instead of her calling me, because I was like, you know what I'm saying? I sent the message or whatever. Before I could call her, she called me. So I'm like, immediately got nervous. Immediately, you have tested my gangster. So I'm going to pick up, though. So I pick up, boom, hello. She like, hey, bacon partner. I'm like, girl, I'm not even your partner. I'm not even in the class. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her on the phone. So she's like giggling. She seemed very, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Bubbly. We was enjoying the conversation. She was asking me, like, what you like to eat? Like, do you like, these type of movies? What you got going on for homecoming? She's actually running up to be the president, for this year for the SKU. And she said, I'm going against Charzetta and 2 other girls. So I was like, and then she like, when I drop them out the elimination, she like, and then it would be me and that other person, and then we would come with our own little, like, campaign, like, and then get votes and stuff like that and see who's gonna vote for us. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Now, yes, we was getting memos in our lockers and stuff like that, but I never was the type to read the memos like, oh, this is coming up for the SKU, or oh, this is coming up for the SKU. And then also, when we get, like, our progress reports or whatever, they'll give us, like, more stuff to let us know what's going out during the whole year and the calendar and stuff. My mama would handle that. I never really paid attention to it, actually got to that day. And I'd be like, oh, this is what's going on. Oh, it's a dance going on. Oh, this is going on. And I don't really be knowing nothing about it. Straight up and down. So she telling me, so I'm like, why Charzetta never, never told me that. So I'm listening. I'm like, she like, so I'm just getting all my stuff together. I said, well, you're very beautiful. She was like, a year ago, she was telling me how to weigh. She ended up winning something for the SKU or whatnot. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, and she's very beautiful. So I was like, oh, but Charzetta is very beautiful too. Now, I don't know the other girls that she had brung up or things like that was running for president of the SKU or whatnot. So you have to, so what's the requirements is you have to be making great grades, which her and Charzetta makes amazing grades. Super smart. So they was kind of on the same level, just look different. So she was like, oh yeah, and I just really think you should come back to the bacon. I'm like, and why is that? She said, because you would get extra credit and I will have a partner. I'm like, so you gave me your number so you could convince me or persuade me to be back on bacon. She like, yes. I'm like, all right, so let's make a deal. If I come to bacon, you owe me lunch. She like, okay. I said, a couple of lunches. She like, dang. I'm like, yeah, a couple of lunches. She like, okay, what you like eating? I'm like, chicken. She like, okay, we got a nice chicken spot around my house. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, where you stay if you don't mind me asking? So she, we chopping it up. So she like, well, I'm 30 minutes from a SKU, so that's a little bit more farther. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, you drive? She like, yeah, I drive. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She like, you drive? I'm like, no, I don't drive, but we got a lot of cars and stuff like that. She like, oh, okay. She like, and where you stay? So I'm like, I stay about like 15 minutes away or maybe 20 minutes, depending. I'm like, from the SKU. She like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm more of the opposite way from you. So we talking. So she like, so you gonna come to bacon? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see, can I get back in there? I'm like, but I was just really just trying to focus. She like, and what's going on with the other girl? The one I'm going up against, Charzetta. I'm like, nothing. She like, she always have been cool. So since we was on a conversation, I'm gonna try to reel it in to get a little bit more information. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, her and her partner, I'm like, I don't know if they date or not, but I guess she probably got mad and probably just wanted to change seats. She like, she know if we change seats that he would be my partner. She like, they always get together a lot. She like, they used to be together a lot last year. Now, mind you, I just got there this year. Let's say it again. I just got there this year. So she been there. So, you know what I'm saying? They about to graduate. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be graduating this year. So I'm just listening of everything that's unfolding. And so she like, yeah, she always would hang with him. They would always be together. She used to wear his jacket. He had like a blue jacket with all these patches because he used to be on a football team. I'm like, She like, and now this year he's on the basketball team, but I don't know. Yeah, they used to be like super close. And so that's why I was like, don't just sit over there with like, what was going on? Why would she want to sit over here and make you her a permanent partner? So we on the phone and I'm just like, she talking. Okay, she just talking and talking and talking. I am still stuck at, okay, that all that shit, it was tight like that. She was wearing his jacket. Immediately, I was done in my head. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. Right? I'm used to being the player, but right now, she did this good. I said, I knew it was something because that picture says 1,000 words. Picture says that it was the way they face was super close. And I was like, it was something going on. So if y'all was that cool for a year, 9 out of 10, he tapped that for sure. He tapped that. He hit them skins. I don't give a what nobody say. He tapped that. You wear his jacket, his fit body? Oh no, he tapped that. Oh, okay, what nobody say. Okay, what nobody say. So boom, I'm talking, still talking. And so she like, so I'm like, look, I'm gonna see, can I get back in there? She like, I already put the word in with the teacher. She like, you just need to talk to the principal or your dean or whatever and see if they're gonna agree. I said, all right, I'll do that first thing tomorrow. I said, all right, I'm gonna let you go. She like, that's it? I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, she like, what you be doing for fun? Like, what you do when you leave school? I'm like, well, it just depends. I'm like, but I like hooping. I like playing volleyball and stuff like that. She like, okay, that's cool. I like volleyball too. I'm like, yeah, who don't? And so I said, how about this? And all you hear is ling, 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 ling. The doorbell. So I'm like, oh, that gotta be mom's friend, Self, you know what I'm saying, Niecy. So my mom is out in the back. Now, true enough, she got cameras, like the screen, she could see, you know, all around the house, but I don't know if she's looking or not. I don't even know my mom's whereabouts at the moment. So I'm like, hey, look, let me call you back. She like, okay. She like, I'll be by the phone. I'm like, all right, I'll call you back, okay? So I hang up. So I'm like, who is that? Because they was still ringing the bell. So Marky, nobody, you know what I'm saying, went to the door. I didn't go check the camera. I go downstairs like, that's probably Niecy because she's ringing like a bat out of head, like, ling, 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 ling. I'm like, she probably just ready to get in. 9 out of 10, she do that because she got to pee. When I opened the door, immediately I saw everybody on my porch. Roosevelt, Greg, Roosevelt friend that take the class with us in 4th period. I see Jason. I see all these people. Some of the people from the school that I normally see Roosevelt with. They're deep. You understand me? They deep. I'm talking about deep on my porch. So when I opened it, at first I ain't gonna hold you, I'm hard did. But I had to keep a poker face. I'm like, why y'all on my, like straight up, why y'all on my porch? I'm talking through that special door. Now I only opened the first door. Now the other door, we gotta pop that special lock. I ain't open that one. We gonna talk like this. I can hear you clearly through here, right? We got a screen. I can hear you clearly through here. So I'm like, why y'all on my porch? He like, where your mama at? I'm like, what? He like, where your mama at? I'm like, for what? Why you come over here and want to talk to my mama? And why you screaming? Because he was screaming like, where your mama at? Right? So he like, I'm not screaming. He like, I need to talk to your mom. I'm like, where your mom at? He like, she out here. I'm like, out here what? Tell her to come to the door. He like, go get your mama first. So I said, okay, I'm going to go get my mama. I shut the door. Right? So I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm freaking out because all these people is in front of the door. Okay? What am I possibly going to do? That's all I'm thinking. So I'm like, I got to think. And then plus it's like, I don't want my mama to be coming out from the bar and coming inside the house because she's going to keep coming. Like, she don't use the bathroom out there. It's a bathroom house. She comes inside the house. So, and especially if she want to go up there and check on Boo Man. So I'm just like, oh my God. I got to think. Okay, maybe I should go get my mama. All right. So I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to just go get Mark. Me and Mark going to have to move him from off the porch. So, boom. I go downstairs. He got the door like I'm. Bro, open the door. So you hear, hey, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, why your door is locked? He like, because I got Bud out. He like, I'm trying to roll. So he like, I locked the door. He like, I got the key though to unlock it. So I'm like, bro, open up the bathroom door. Right? You gotta. He like, man, I'm boo-booing. I'm like, bro, it's important. It's 911. So it's a red or green. He like, okay, tell me here. I'm like, I don't want to be talking loud. Right? I don't want mom to hear she comes in and I'm talking loud to you right here. You know what I'm saying? So he like, it's stinking here. I'm like, I don't care. Just, okay, you know what? Keep the door locked. So I get on the floor, right? And put my lips under the door. Pause. Don't judge me. Don't, because that's all like, what? Like, I wanted him to hear me loud and clear. So I'm like, bro, everybody is at our door. Roosevelt and everybody. He like, Roosevelt. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of them. They deep. He like, on the porch? I'm like, yeah. When I say, I don't even think Marky wiped his posterior. Because the way that by the time I lift my body up off the floor, he was opening the door, pushed me, hit me with the door and everything. And he like, hold on, wait. You didn't even wash your hands. You didn't even, like, you didn't even wash your hands. I didn't hear no water running. And on top of that, did you wipe your posterior? You got to both that seat and pull those clothes up and just got to move it. You got crumbs inside that posterior for sure. It's smeared off boo-boo up in there. It's boo-boo century up in there. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. So I went in the bathroom while he bust out the bathroom. I just happened to peek in there. It did stink. It is, but when I looked over at the sink, ain't no water splashed or nothing in there. He left boo-boo inside the toilet like you forgot to flush. So I went over there like this and I flushed it. He like, bro, come on. He goes in the toy room. He bust open the bag. And he grabbed the BB gun. So I said, how you know the BB gun was in here? He like, I watched mom put it away. I'm like, okay. He like, come on. So he like locked the back door. I'm like, no, I'm not locking the back door this time. He like, well, we gonna go out there. So I'm like, we're not going out there. I'm like, it's a lot of people. He like, it can't be that many people. So he goes to the living room window. He got the BB gun. He see it's a lot of people. So I'm like, but where's his mom? Right? We don't see his mom. I'm like, this lying mother. Hold on. So I'm like, come upstairs with me. So he come upstairs, we go in mom's room. So I'm looking and I'm like, that's totally his mom. There's no mom out there. His mom is not out there. His mom, his dad, nobody's out there. It's just nothing but all his friends. So Marky like, I need to call my people. So I'm like, no. I'm like, let's open the door. So we goes down the stairs, boom, boom, boom. We open the door. So Rosa say, took long enough. So I'm like, hey man, leave my porch. He like, who did this to my car? I'm like, did what to your car? So Marky like, what did you talking about? So he like, oh, y'all got a gun to shoot me? Y'all got a gun? Y'all about to shoot me? I'm like, we never said we was going to shoot you. I'm like, I just said get from the porch. He like, tell him to shoot me then. So Greg like, hey, who did that in my man's car? I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. So Greg like, come outside. Let's talk. So everybody like, yeah, come outside. Are you scared? I'm like, I ain't scared. He like, talking through this screen, you scared? Talking through this screen, scared. I'm like, y'all came over here. I'm like, all I got to do is just call the police. He like, I want to tell your mom that she got to pay for this. I'm like, well, tell your mom to come talk to my mom. My mom out here, come out here. I say, we already just saw on the camera, your mom ain't out there. He said, she not, because as soon as you really came out here, we was going to jump you. So Marky say, jump. Come on, y'all want to jump. So Marky go unlock the thing. I'm like, wait, no. So all you hear is, what is going on out here? And it's my mom's friend, Niecy. She like, Rody Dody, open the door. Is everything good? And so Roosevelt like, no, ma'am. Rody Dody messed up my car. I'm like, I promise you, I did not touch his car. And so he like, all we ask is, can your mama come in? She like, who? So wait, all these kids came over here over a car? I said, yeah, to jump me. So she said, ain't nobody gonna be jumping you. So boom, when we open the door, Roosevelt like, I had the door open. I said, yeah, it is. So Marky like, I dare you to come up in here. Marky like, I'm finna grab him in. He like, I want him anyway. And he was close to the door. I'm like, no, don't grab him. So as we trying to shut the door, Roosevelt holding on to the door. Niecy, my mom's friend, ain't say nothing. She just walk off, go straight to the back. When she go straight to the back, I promise you it was like lightning. My mama come like, who the get my door?